Assalamualaikum and greetings to everyone. Our chosen topic is authoritative leadership.
Authoritative leadership refers to a management style in which the leader has total control over the situation. An authoritative leadership set the objective, decide the procedures, and manage all measures to achieve the respected goals. Throughout the authoritative leadership, the employees are guided toward success at any stage of their processes. The leader who applies this leadership style is often known as good listeners who work together to achieve consensus and commitment, which gain a lot of respect from the people. Besides, they are friendly, warm, and helpful with employees. They are inclusive and sensitive to a variety of personal and group needs. Next is history. Authoritative leadership was introduced by Daniel Goleman. Authoritative leadership is one of the conjunction with the 6 leadership styles defined in his theory of emotional intelligence. Authoritative leaders usually an expert in their field of work and able to clearly articulate a vision and the path to success. He believed that this version of a leader is well known for its ability in motivating and mobilize people to pursue the common vision. The interesting fact about this leadership style is the leader allows their employees to figure out the best way to achieve their aim and goals.
Next is authoritative leaders. There are 4 main examples of authoritative leaders. Bill Gates was the CEO founder of Microsoft Software Corporation. As is the case with many CEOs, Bill Gates was able to successfully move Microsoft in the direction he saw the industry going. Next is Lorne Michaels. Lorne Michaels was the Canadian-American television producer and screenwriter. He known for being a demanding producer, but his demanding nature come from his vision and passion for turning talented individual. Third was the John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was an American politician who served as the 35th President of United States. The clearest example of his authoritative trait was his sense of vision. He wasn't afraid of directing all resource and focus towards the target he felt were the correct ones. And last but not least is Larry Ellison. He was an American business magnate. Ellison has a reputation of being a bit of a swashbuckler and a risk taker. He also a leader who has always had a clear vision of where he wants to be, and he generally has wanted to be in control.
Moving to the next point is types of authoritative leadership. Generally, there are 4 types of authoritative leadership. Firstly is intimidation. Intimidation is one way in which leaders move people into action through sternness. These managers hold their teams to very high standards. Secondly, reflection. This type of leadership places more focus on experience and intuition. Instead of using anger, sternness, or intimidation, they lead through guidance, sharing lessons they learned in the past with their teams. Reflective leaders determine the best strategy for all team members, leading them closer to success. Thirdly, adaptation. Some leaders alter their approach to each situation. For example, some employees only respond to stern feedback. It leads organization depends on the variable of the given situation. Adaptive leaders change their approach as necessary to meet the needs of their employees. Lastly is reaction. Reactive leaders feel the need to prove themselves with overcompensating action. Their management style is rather intense, meeting employee problems with stern reaction. This often encourages employees to work harder and more efficiently.
Moving forward on how to be an authoritative leader. To be an authoritative leader, we need to ensure that we have the basic 5 steps that will be explained further. To be an authoritative leader, we always need to define the purpose of a leader in the organizations, setting out the parameters between employer and employees, then always engaging with the employees to get a comfortable and safe environment between both parties, explain reasoning on why we have to do certain things along with reflecting on the situation. As what has been told before, here the explanation that you can refer. First and foremost, we need to define the purpose by identifying the strengths and weaknesses of our own overall ability in focusing the purpose of a leader in the organizations. Moreover, perspective and mindsets also can help to define the purpose or goals in becoming a leader. Secondly, setting out the parameter regarding boundaries and accountability in helping the employees to work efficiently. It can be set by jot down the parameters that the leader desires and align them with the organizational goals. If the outcome does not align well with the standards and goals desired, it must be addressed early before moving forward to the next step in order to prevent any future problems. Next, the third one is engaging with the employees. It means that we, as a leader, have to get involved with the employees and always ask them questions and feedbacks about the process that has been made. Plus, celebrate the achievement and competence of the employees without degrading the role as an employer. This can lead a comfortable environment between the employer and employees themselves. Hence, the quality of work will be at its best and the leader himself can get a better understanding on what actually occurring on a daily basis. Moving forward to the fourth one is explaining the reasoning by being transparent with the employees when a problem arises in a calm manner by outlining the problem and how it can be identified. By doing so, it can aid the understanding of the employees regarding the task given for them to handle it better in future time, as well by explaining the reasoning and ensuring that the employees has learned something new for their improvement. Last but not least, on how to be a great authoritative leader is always reflect on the situation. As a leader, ask yourself what went wrong in the beginning and how to prevent a similar situation. Just take some moment to reflect on the situation and never point out the negative that cannot be changed in the past time.
Moving on to the comparison between an authoritative leader and authoritarian leader. While the terms authoritative and authoritarian leadership sound similar, they are very different. Authoritative leaders guide their team by examples and inspire progression toward a common goal, whereas authoritarian leaders rely on commands and demand compliance without question. Authoritative leaders view success as something to be shared by the team, while authoritarian leaders view success as stemming from themselves. Authoritative leaders fosters a culture that is more collaborative and affirms each team member's importance to the work being done, which encourages people to invest in the long-term prosperity of the organization, while authoritarian leaders uses an extreme top-down decision-making style, which can leave those being led feeling disrespected and without a clear sense of ownership or accountability for their performance. While authoritative leaders attract followers based on their knowledge, wisdom, and experience, authoritarian leader uses fear, force, or coercion. Authoritative leader engages the energy of individuals to accomplish organizational goals and readily admit that they do not have all the answers, whereas authoritarian leaders typically make choices based on their own ideas and rarely accept advice from others. Proceeding to the benefits of authoritative leadership. As you can see, there are numerous benefits of practicing authoritative leadership. Some of them include bringing clarity, provide direction and vision, breed goodwill, reduce numbers of mistakes, and improve decision making. As for bringing clarity, authoritative leadership is effective because of their ability to inspire, motivate, and influence their team. Often, this motivation stems from their ability to understand a company's strategic goals and communicate them in a way that is easy to follow. When everyone knows what the organization is striving for, it is easy to ensure everyone is aligned. Next, an authoritative leader often provide direction and vision. They approach projects and initiatives from a position of confidence. They have a clear vision of what success looks like and give their team members clear direction and constructive feedback as they work toward organizational goals. Authoritative leadership is also known to breed goodwill. For the authoritative leadership style to work, a person must approach their team from a position of empathy by understanding the personal and professional emotions, desires, and worries of a team member. An authoritative leader is better able to identify potential roadblocks to performance and remove them while simultaneously incentivizing success. Next, practicing authoritative leadership can help reduce numbers of mistakes. Since employees have particular rules to follow with an authoritative leader, mistakes are less likely to occur. Authoritative leaders spend time with their employees, teaching them the best methods of handling certain situations. They rely on previous experience in developing teams to be more efficient, productive, and safe. Finally, authoritative leaders usually improve decision-making. Authoritative leaders often make decisions on their own. Instead of consulting with employees or other managers, they make the most effective call in the shortest amount of time. This type of decision-making works well in high-stress environments or emergency situations. Organizations need leaders who have the ability to think clearly, even in difficult circumstances.
In conclusion, authoritative leadership is the ability of a leader to direct a group of people in realizing a common goal. This type of leadership provides a much-needed productivity boost and improved decision-making in an organization. Leaders create commitment and enthusiasm among followers to achieve goals. Success can be achieved through interaction between leaders, employees, and the working environment.